Yo abusia nanso so da foforo ane last week na aye war obi kana dwen sa intinasafo 10 days rituals just to activate Artemis eno na ye buru ha na ekoso ni nyina menemo ka osun menemo ka Lilith menemo ka Eve spirit ni nyina maka kire mo ansa eba ane na mema wuremfi ade ana ye treaty ye kofa eno nso so ye den e de beka ho. We are doing planetary gods. And I hear in Kubagba talk below to nti enda no ye ba beto waso baby ye do last week no. You started 3 weeks ago and you call off 2 weeks ago. And I last week ye to waso into the final part no and ye no ende. And then your topic ni ye YOW and SABBALATH. Planetary gods part 2. No. I will start this concluding part of the planetary gods by entreating all of you to learn how to focus on the skies. When you hear about planets and cosmological energies, se minyaka planet, minyaka witchcraft, minyaka astrology, minyaka cosmology ni adea, men focus to outside. This thing is coded in the Bible. Jesus said, I and my Father are one. And a medical swakacho say, macro universe and a micro universe. We are the same thing. We are the universe. And when you know, say we are the world. At the moment you turn into yourself, you are in your world. When I'm a person, when you hear me talking about planetary, men baby, inside. If for whatever reason, mainstream religion is using astrology and planetary theories to distract us from concentrating on ourselves, which is an error to me. If we are correcting this and we don't take care, we will end up pushing the agenda of religion instead of stopping it. And when Emma Mekacho Debia said, spirituality abeye cancerous, because if you tell me say me call asoria nyame bi na ekeji mi na se wo de me ba spirituality musu na obe ma me group na ye nyina ya shatade ba ako na ye nyina ya ehia one meeting ye nyina ya ade ba ako perform one ritual eno ye de wehi se wo kasa akire me na wo say oh me njai asori na me beye awakening na wo san ka kire me se me ya awakening de ade ye tete me akom and you na di asem na wo ka kire me wenti na me ka kire mo say spirituality na abeye cancerous. The same religion na ye dane eni butu for our own parochial interest. And sometimes when obi condemn sorry no obi condemn Bible, no obi condemn Islam, no obi condemn nananom, no obi no so what group or no so yes something which is there. What is what and which is which? That is the issue. Because sorry nye we nye once why a group they pay tithe, they pay tax every month omutia inti no de we ne de we ade biara eteni wo hwe ade fufuro bi nema wo koto ade fufuro bi especially unyonku nipa cancerous is the same religion, simple and tietia. Whenever you hear me talk about planets, focus on your internal energy point. So what is American planet pa men ko Mercury because what actually does not connect with you has got nothing to do with you. What is steam to wa ebechi steam? What is cement to wa ebechi stone? Inti ade an connect with you no kra nye den enchew. Inti se minya aka planetary pe na me pese udi kan e focus wo some energy point ewo wankasa wo. Your heart de edi kan. Your lungs, your mind, your nerves, your abdomen, your internal chakra point, and your entire biological structure. Make us relate. Let me tell you something very funny and simple. Senkase wo usesia even fish kranka se ya ware. Kakra bi wo honama. Ebe honoa mache se ade no kase na pie. Ansa na wo honam no aye okay. Wo honam beka cho se something strange abetina memu. Enti empie free honom a enye okay. But yare te se cancer ne yare ahodo ebetimi abetina woni pedueri ma obenu maduro bia enko adentia because woman the foundation bi ade biara body no eni baabi ebe consume no ana ebe host no etina body ni mu ebe react body na kasa be yi na pie opamade kitikiti nto wani kitu yi so sesi a ebe prince ade sesa ade na yi aden na sebio ete ebeba besi wani so na eno de ye surgery yi kura na asan fifi bio. We need to learn this mechanics. We need to understand our body mechanism. This is what will actually help us. And unye different from any planetary and unye different so from any creation and any world. You are the same thing. Just that uye ne ketwa ena wote ne kesiem. Pesa nkra bi ate ase. Nti sa wote se maka planetary pe. Eniama esese wo focus wo so no. Eno ena mabobo eyeden edi ama wo no ena machire mu akire wo say I turn you into yourself. I do not tell you to look at a wood or look at skies or look at stars, or I tell you to look into yourself, because the woman na reflect what the woman nyina. Enti wo kata wani se wo hu hwe a hwe ni wiase ma. Eno na kire se wo ni ho a bibi anye dai eni ho no. So this is why Jesus said, I and my Father are one. What you say? Otisadi we saying ase. Se unya tisa planetary na, you check all those points na mabobono. Any your entire biological structure. Equate the theory to you as a bulk of universal space containing all the planets with energy ruling over your anger, your ego, and others. Say example no na me ma no. Says in kase wa it is good that we establish this so that we don't end up fetching water with kenten. Yes, I ye de kenten be hwinsuo, ye de bekonsuo, ye be kwa aba, ye ehu hwe, ye be chi, ye nya hwe, ye be hwehwe, ye ehu hwe. Momma ye nte saade we asese ye ne ye wiase no. Na yenya na yehu ye hu no. Wo ketwa na ewo mu no, wo kita bibia te se magnet a wo de connect with bibia wo hu. Se wante ase se na wo yi hu si nchen a eno ne bre eni ntwa ho bebrebe na So, I know you have not forgotten our initial look at the 7 archon rulers of the planet. We expanded and opened a thorough discussion on what they represent and how to identify them. And I'm sure El Roi and that was last week. We tried to continue, and the Artemis 2 moon journey came through. So this week, I decided to proceed and talk more about these important planetary gods. Because here, afe mu nyina na ebi mu kura adane eko na asofo ni bi kura so ebu efu se me say El Roi. The God that sees me. Hagar oye Egypt ni friend wo wilderness ni mu abra Abraham apam ne ba star child no. So omo nko no. Omo say omo no omo ye Ishmael asefo chesekere mufuo no. Omo grandfather omo pam omo no sa El Roi na Hagar ye den efre no na records edem credit ne ma no e wo Bible ni mu eno ye we nyina last week enne ye to aso ni aye de akeka no ni ehu baby omo esituati ene baby aye use omo for operations na wankasa wahu levels abusia me man krankra bi akwa ababiom e de ba spiritual wadwumedie kese so mame hu wadwene ene eniama a wo pese ye ndie mu kese na Mami Grace be taking all the questions unim say o Mami Grace take wo feel so say wo hu twa wo hu akono sebio wo hu ni nkeka wa bi wo hu ni asem bi na wo feel so betumi a host any show so a betumi DM page no we will get through to you yo abusia enti say afa na wo do channel na to ha no ma we are about starting. Na se we new so platform so a memo wakwa aba. Won try some mo be share bint Ibra scream all the time. Or say mon share ye nua baba akon so platform so se men hwe show no once, hwe no twice. Na no kwasem ne say ye ko break kakra na ye repeat old videos no. Na mo ma ye hu te say mon share sa video no. It is very important to watch the episode twice. Udi kan share now we interact with people on the platform na anajubi baby aye dinyama una na adwinjin bia beto wo so no na waboso no wahye. That is when you are able to watch it with your consciousness. Eho e na ubenya benefit ni nyina ewo and they discuss you or YOW and SABBALATH. I mo nhye da hu no wo mo internet no so sa amamo worry we dey form nti ye beko 3 stages. We look at YOW, we look at SABBALATH, and then we will also look at Adanim. Nti afekra na ye start show. I believe you, I believe you, I send you love. I send you love, I send you love, I send you love. I send you joy. I send you strength. I send you strength. I send you strength. I send you wealth. I send you joy. I send you light, pure light. I send you energies, pure energies. I believe you, I believe you, I believe you. I do not bless you. I do not bless you. I believe you and I wish you a nature day. And I welcome us to another episode of a spiritual hour. On this platform, you know my name, the goddess of Akabulan, the pride of our ancestors, African's finest spiritual visionary. You can call me the Sky Watcher. You can call me the Grand Phoenix. I have a lot of names. But look at me, how you feel in your heart, and the name you think you can call me and feel fulfilled. I welcome you to another episode. I have told you about our topic, and I have told you the stages in Susua, Yebeshemu and Ne. Let's look at YOW first. I have some friends outside Ghana. I don't know, but for some funny reasons, spiritual people outside Ghana almost dome more. Menka so mo wa hanin dome. Onipa de Bible kra kon se nipa nyina da edowo adue. Nti I don't even wish say nipa nyina be dome. I'm telling you, aduane kra nye nyina na je yefunu. Timete ase. But nkrofo no wa abonte no omo dome. Na bia metu kwan a me ne ebi no mu koye studies ni ade. I have some friends outside Ghana who belong to the Blue Grand Lodge. Yes, you say mu binumo mate omunka. In another country, Ghana, and they told me that one of the powerful gods in their yearly rituals is the moon. They got close to me and had a greater conversation with me after I did the Oshun episode. I don't know why that lodge is known as Blue Lodge, because the moon no na most there and I mo biggest deity and energy mo assume there. Why blue? Namibisa, why blue? Still, I can only relate it to the fact that more deeply, Luciferian theories explain that blue in moon rituals is associated with hidden spiritual truths. So, to me, deduce the way I almost efra blue, na almost some moon na omo assume the moon na omo pese omo kire se sunsumu afema na sunsumu wiase no omo no omo kita nokre se utie omo asema na sa na omo pa kire nanso still I will be relate omo with Artemis or the moon anyways. So a Blue Lodge is a secret society that believes it holds the darkest, most secret mysteries among all occult bodies. And that is the I believe. Say group biara bebe wiase bia no sunsumu any esumu to me no omo no mukita no kreturo do omo adwene no. The name of the occultic energy that rules the moon is YOW. YOW. I just say we say it's actually not a common thing on the internet. YOW rules the moon. In spiritual artistry, in spiritual artistry, the face of YOW is the face of seven-headed serpent. YOW governs the emotions and feelings of 3D physicality. So I always say that edinya toto any kasahodo one shall be na de da wo na ho pe no obi aka kire wo say nye we will end up chasing inframa. I think I explained all this to us last week. Ono na oshe ye emotions, ye feelings, e wasase so ayeti and na ye wiase ayeti. YOW is the ruler of one's mind, nipa adwene. The ability to contain and use memory. Ono enti metumi aka nipa bi a eduru ba bi a YOW yi etimi edis onium. Wo but no and the subconscious mind, YOW no a control and all what to me way in also. This one is important because the Gnostics said YOW traps souls through emotional attachment and through unresolved trauma. Oni obi ejai empenatwe. Pain no work on or the akowari obi di saa oya woni idware saa nipa no nyina yo ene edi saa niyama we sei eso or the ade ahye ni mu am waye bare woni obi nya asem na kan wadwe wi move on. Stop thinking negative about people. Ebe ha wankasa yo ena e rule wo so ana e use udi ye adwuma. What this means is that our episode last week, which discusses how memory and emotions influence the spirit of the dead to see and feel. You see that? The spirit of the dead to see and what? To feel. Is now given a face. That is you, the god of the moon. So Yo uses the things you cannot let go of to manipulate your destiny and control your subconscious mind. And I'm a no obi odi ade ehye ni mu otwe asem twa yo ne okunu anya asem ba ko maka untwa so dade dia o reference yo si wakoma so say den emema ni bi so saa na omote ani o the wounds that keep pulling you back into the same patterns, the memories and attachment of loved ones that still have the power to break you. Adia ba ko aye wu njai mane nko e be repeat no ho e wo wabra bom se wo hwe me ipa wo chew adeko a aye wo no enku a suawusu ehunu wo na move on. Men chichiri nipa ho yawo enhye wakoma mu e ma wo feel se bibi kra nye no because of the other year wunti dabi ebi wo ho ya papa bi wo ya pa but menya wo ya ne ja ma ne nko because woman is hye kono na wo hodi nipa no wo wakoma mu eno so wo no ho nsunsuanso a e de bebrew yo enedi saade we sei eso. And the moon in many African traditions and in many spiritual systems around the world is already understood as something that pulls on human beings, on our emotions, on our cycles, and then a kind of menstrual cycle is actually called moon cycles, on our inner world. The Gnostics connected that force directly to a governing entity, and that entity is you. If you remember, I wrote an editorial on why water and other liquids are used in libations and prayer across all religious systems. Yes, our episode is equally on this platform. You can watch it after this episode. Me betray ye the liquids. Ni ye di ya pa ye wo osmosom ahudie ni nyina mufidi emoja edeba anointing oil edeba nsuo edeba pito edeba snap osmosoma hodie ni na me bekire ye die ntia ye de liquid ana ye de nsuo ana ade a ubehwie ene ye di apaye. I explained that water has a memory that connects it to all events on earth from beginning to end. Makacho say water holds memory. And until I make a tell say mo benya short memory in Ghana because water bodies ni na mo say Inti be anywhere e remind him of anything. Inti obi anim say we ye panyi, obi anim say we ye abofra, obi anim say dia mede ye menyonku ni peyi enye. Enu nti na ye kanya codes e wo kuro ni mu no. Ane medical ye sa episode ni dada. Inti ubetimi ahwe sa wan hwe sa episode na mpacha pa. We all know that the cosmic body that controls water, oceans and blood flows is the moon cycle. Obi anyway. Enyame na mebechire we. Enti nsuo beto no matter how we abo no. Ewia ne bekoma esum na beduru na nsuo na yeden ato. This could be the reason why hormones and emotions in women become unpredictable during ovulation and menstruation. State me ensa. Oba akomu a afe ohun no ho ano. De edi kan eye ovulate anaso all menstruate. Ena meka kire mo da se obi yare a sebe kafra titiri ni adwene mu yare o menstruate ye so serious. Ai ena maka kire mo se at the moment a obi nso bedi ni menopausal side no so ana stage no ono nso so obetimi kura hye no ho akonfo. Most women omo marriages ni taigu at the age of 45, 50 honomo because the men don't learn how to handle women who are going through their premenopausal signs and symptoms, and be mani nsua and omate man de omu komu no omo ahohiahia no omo ahoyerayera no ase nti eduru ba bia de onipa ne beye bia ne ho ye ahi enam so na aware na gu nti bibia a center around ema omo no omo de liquid ana moja enkwa wo mu ni pie nti no omo wo bibia to do with the moon makanda se so ba twa bra no ni moon ntem atete nti se wampa adwuma anye no wampa nkola anhwe no oni hwe ya ne body ni responde etu moon ni biem eba ne sa na nda ayedin eba ne sa de bia osowete eba ne sa ne tiri mu tutu eba ne sa onya headaches eba ne sa ne na ase hyehye no eba ne sa odidi agina ne koko onya gas bebrebe afi na visual fat abeji ne yefunu mu ina ayedin e de aboso. This is the reason when we say that emotions are deep, we connect that to things like the ocean. So because emotions are deep or they can't ocean, the water contains truths about humanity as it witnesses the beginning of all things and lives in everything. In Swati Bibiamu, and Wahansa Bibiaba, Bible has confirmed this. Or say, Onyankopon Bo Bibiano, none as in Suo, none Yankopon Butu Suen, Yankada Yankopon Bonsu. Osha obehu da obo soro ne asase ye sakasaka but ni sunsum no ekobutu nsu ani nti biara wate asefo asase so ne record no is in water. But the ocean's truth runs deeper because humanity doesn't even know a quarter of what it holds beneath the surface. So ubetumi ahwe nsu wo hwe nsu ma ubehu se ewo ho saa ebetumi adane so many things na wutumi uyo bi ahwe ade kwa akira wutumi hwem no wahu de we nsu du kurate no ho ejina asase no so eyehu papa yie eyehu papa hold so many enyama abawiase hold so much informations bibi eni wiase ebetumi survive a nsu oni especially se ba ne nkwa nti omo say water is life omo say ko baptize obi wo nsuom sa niam ni nyina esem ye chese Bible bedi kan aka say renewal of the mind, repentance no say wasan ko baptize or they will come back to nsuom for memories. So but sa niam we nyina ye hwe no shallow yentimi ente ase. We are talking about the 7 planetary gods. Do not let hard feelings and terrible emotions take over your subconscious mind. I am men so any person check. Men so any maubunfu, it's normal, it's okay. But men you so bitter wuti ni pana say ba opese born to there be enye. Let your water purge your mind. This is baptism. And a sacred baptism. And cleanse your emotions with the flow of life so that YOW cannot use you as a food for his kingdom. Let the pain go. Let go of the broken heart pains. Let it go. Uchi yamashe umu bebre. Obeba betina ho. Afe na onipa ba ko oni ni nya asem afe de bia wo dwen na bi wakoti ne hu group wako find ni da guti ni hu wo phone so dabi YOW will use you. Wash all the hurt away from your heart so that you don't become an emotional nutrient for icons. Waiting here say renewal of the mind, repentance, baptism, forgiveness. Waiting a Bible can we na kire mo. Nso asore na yawdie wo. And obi share wo and I obey ye say we no one God will kill you. That be YOW is using you. Anne. If we don't teach ourselves to control our anger and emotions, we fall under the curse of the parasites and they will gladly feed on you. So master the many arts of meditation and free yourself from such bondage. Maubunfu. But se ubufu ne dru baby ama uboso enjo. Practicing of mindfulness is everything great. I ebeboa na wo nka asem no wie na afi wo bejo no na wagu wani mase bomodin. Monks and Buddhist gurus will go up the mountains away from people and the material world in an attempt to train their mind and body to withstand the temptation of the god YOW. Nti omo de omo what time ade ani ye ne ya me say esewuse wusu shedam ne su na Yesu posunye Pretense will only kill you. And you say soon, Crawford will almost chew on ho. No more court, baby. Aqua share on den. They go there to practice mindfulness. Omo kotina no ma kon mo anu atum. No mama omukuma. E deal with the pain. No. We call it the renewal of the mind. It's very important. Omo ko yes anya me said ye sunsun we emfa yawudie embe so omumu na afọ omo tan nipa no na afi omo ani abebre no na afọ omo di nipa na ekọ say ye kwan so be say wo ho. They train their bodies to withstand hunger for addictions and food, and train their minds to be able to do all sorts of things. They be a cancer se meko baby and can meko Krishna for no till say yenya one guest from omo fraternity now or say honum so fake for ewum. It is a place that they keep telling you say enfum wiase niama. Ema wani mbri wiase niama. Omo eyade a eye omo slogan ana eye omo one of their pillars. Say menfum wiase niama but say any meaning said the omo abra bonite. Omo ko train omo ho to be able to purge themselves from pain and emotional memories that contaminate them. Won ena me di kan ka kire wa hyase no se nka se kakra wo wa body ni hu se bibi stranger bem nti ebe yi apie nti na chese bibi eye wo bia wo na wa ma ho kwan nti se wo bie ade no kwan na o ma na konwa na ebetena so a eye strange kra wo na wa permit no to come and sit there nti obetena ho nti se wa mpe kwan bi so anya se o me mpe akokonsa me mpe krono me mpe sense na wo ma ni sita ebe ba betena na we na monks no omo any gurus no omo try omo best to practice. It is a guru papa biara ni wa ube wonu kasa debi. They practice mindfulness. Omo kasa ye kakra bi. Uhu so omo tie timba debi. Omo kasa ye kakra bi. They don't curse, they don't say certain words. They are practicing mindfulness because they don't want to have anything to do with this deity called you. If you are unable to act on your emotions and allow them to control you, know that you are under a curse. So when we study anything, you cast this spell on humanity so that the prison of the soul will be easier and more difficult to break. Now I say in our name, ye won crofobia wo honom a omo ye ni papa say. Nanso papa bi omo beye bia na omo de omo bufuo asɛ de omo ye ni nyina da bi. That is you at work. Oshewumu no de wo ye adwuma. So be careful of your feelings and stay away from them. Yes. You become a spiritual master when you have control over how you react to things. De bia meka me say the biggest key in spirituality eye wabotre. Because se wonni abotra sunsun bi mpo wunhu because se ukita sunsun na ukita power wo de bedi bone nti power ni mpo wunya abotra nti abotra ye number 1 and the basis of spirituality nti se wonni abotra me say abotra mpo wo ho ansa na odo beba when it comes to spirituality wonnim the way I will react to things me say wo budi emfu e ka ho bi Yesu kan o se ma obunfu ba ma ade ensa o sade enchi e wabufu so that is you. So ade a obeye won say point no na me kire wo no your heart and your destiny obi ani bufu bebre bia otumi nya cardiovascular diseases o blood pressure be kosoro nti say umma kwan na yo ni betena umu a e no say all those planetary joints and na point no nipa boni wo wiase ajejefu wo wiase. Because these entities or these beings or these energies, they have their agents. But practicing of mindfulness is everything you need. One ubatifie, one nenkasa, one ukrutifie, one nenkasa, one uyiritifie, one nenkasa, and fasubia nyede, anyhow, one nenkasa will try hard. So one nenkasa, but deep down within you, the tension is killing you. It is you at work. Let's look at SABBALATH. In politics and global affairs, when you hear things like we are going to Mars, understand that the God of war is preparing a new surprise. And within the last week, make a from Epstein file, na fe ye do war, then or pa nasa edru moon. This is it. These gods, they never sleep nor slumber. No, omo can any problem munti no moon sleep ya no moon slumber. Omo existence ni omo survival ho adwuma no omo ye, and they are always ahead of mankind. SABBALATH is the 5th archon. Yo, na ye 4th archon. We ye 3 the other day, and then ye the archon. SABBALATH is the 5th archon king, ruling the planetary energy of Mars. He is depicted in occult painting with a dragon's face. That is SABBALATH. He governs war, conflict, and aggression because he feeds on violence. Honestly, and he said, Nasa so wakomuna. Mema we how. Nasa niyame esisi nyine esisi a adana usuru. They call Mars the red planet because of this archon's aggressive energy. In literal cases, red means war or danger. Until na traffic light to cross on red, you need to stay and stop. If not, you will face danger. And until na ye ko war, and ye ko asafo ni sa niyama na ye the red ye the abubo ye ni brini ye we a ni ye the red abubo boyeti. This is the God we are actually activating. So you will remember that just before the war between Iran and Israel began, there were many news stories about plans to send people to Mars by Elon Musk and others. Going to Mars is an occult language of going to war. So who say Mars, Elon Musk, they are just preparing your mind. Say war is coming. Whenever SABBALATH is initiated to be fed with blood and the sufferings of war, the minds and vibrations of the people are prepared for it. The Gnostics said SABBALATH keeps humanity in perpetual conflict. Nti nkofo no mo hwe manso asem baako mo atwe ho manso mo ntwa so da mo atwe ama mo awu ma mo maso toa so ne kura ne se nyansa ben ne wom utwa so na asem no ko ya anka won ko wanim asem ben na wotwe ho manso. SABBALATH is in your life and the 5th archon. And say they are sorry na de nkrofo kokko to ma say omde obaako bi akokko to so wakoto ndum na nyankopon ndum so de ye to anu so na ye de ana me bodam. Not because human beings are naturally violent. Not because human beings are naturally violent, but because something benefits from the violence. Bibi enya okono ho emfaso na enye se nipa na pekon. Truthfully, Trump kokon tokwai e de na walusu de na wanya. We lose a lot. Iran for Israel for kuntokwai. Ede na omo lose, ede na omo nya. Wo lose a lot. Nipa ewu ye ni na so mfaso ne kora ne sei. Nkanye nipa ne pene sa. Said ya mekache mo last no. Israel ni bi aware America ni omo nkon. Iran ni bi ebutu Israel ni bi so di ni sisi ya America sei. Omo nkon. Nti se nye obi na eye enya mfaso bi wo sa moja hiegu ene eko dendenden ho a adenti na nipa beko. Omo te wodadaada na omo oku. Dabi. Bibi pese initiate no ho. Bibi pese establish no ho. Eno ene yehu ni sisi ye. Something is sustained by it. Say yeku ni nipa wu bebre ni ehwie moja chocho wurugu a obi na benefiting. Nti Bible move from Genesis to Revelations. Uko Quran mu ekuku chese ye ku da be ni ebeku wi eye hwan na ema ye ku sa. Every war, every riot, every act of aggression, the energy of that feels something. Odi okunu ba nu enya nhumfa so a wonfa wani hu. One thing we do not know is that the power to make reality manifest in this world is in human hands. Oni pansam na tumi nyina wo. But o kachire nipa nkasa pa onje ntum na obeye den akire nipa mpo sa niam yasema nipa ate ase. Onte ase ohu ne hu bi obu ne hu abomfia onim tumi a okita. So anytime SABBALATH is hungry, its worshippers and bloodline must incite the world to aggression and protest. In or the sakasaka yebeba obekaya mi bisa asem bi. Say ye ba beto ababia and nkrofo ko demonstration ni de keke ka hwan na you put demonstration ni together Crofon sorry fi omufi ya no mu nyina ye decision so omu ko gina ba bi no ma demonstration. This is the work of SABBALATH. If SABBALATH need more blood, then presidents and heads of countries must engage in unexplained wars, like this Eucharos president of America. But the most important thing is that the people must be made to predict these things before they happen. It is a who predicting the predictions, prophecies of war, and other things are all works of SABBALATH. This is how it works. Enti ekromu anu so become boni na esia and you ni so powerful. SABBALATH is at work. Obi anya powerful who can't the boni na esia say ye chuntum kese ye mo kra. They allow predictions and prophecies of war and aggressive behaviors. No man high. So people will think about them, align with that energy. Obi adenaji akane we say be and once their subconscious mind starts expecting aggression, boom, it manifests. SABBALATH in your grounds and is ready to suck other people's blood. Ekum, ayem shishie, emiriketuo, ejani, enkwenshia, asitwade ani esu. Ene ye neduane a odi. Wan kasa wo se wo hye enkom for war. Yen yeti kurom ha. Yen yasem no ahu. Debbie. I say we check here the core AUSU. It is very, very important because see, anybody at all can see, but what you see through matters the most. Obiya betimi ehu ade ehu mu wiase, but ade ehu femu no e mata. Enti say also predict and also say we prophesy, now prophesy about doom things and bad things as SABBALATH is using you. Who na we feed this feed akon. In the media, you will start hearing about protests and signs of war. SABBALATH. In religion, you will start hearing pastors and teachers reading stars and predictions of incoming aggression and death, suffering and war. These are all in line with SABBALATH part of manifesting aggression from the energy point of mass. That is that archon. A lot of your people are working for archons, but they are saying they are awake. That is my problem. Once the required number of humans resonate with and believe in the expectations and predictions of the aggression, it aligns with the planet's soul will. So, a fast soul will, no? Because nkrofo be predicting and nkrofo prophesy and nkrofo di ehu abene bi mukura totomo ne ade e de ti dem. So it must come to pass. Say nipa hwe anim na nipa de na dwene akoso na nipa de na yam hyehye akoso no ne a ohwehwe no obenya internet say etimi si. Because se nipa se ense ye be say se nipa se enye yi a ebeye yi sa na te. I know a lot of pastors are so happy when they predict war or an accident and death, and that thing happens. Omo eniji aden na wo ye sofo wo ye sunsum nipa na hu ade bone na ntumi nsia no ntumi nte wase. You are working for SABBALATH. Ekrom ha na wo ka ade bone na esi a wo ye powerful. It's so shameful. We are so confused when it comes to spirituality and Ghana. Ask yourself, what makes one see war ahead of time? Nyami obo we say according to you now so no. Odo we say a openi pempo okun ni baji we say no. Say nyame no ba bedi obeyi war akere na on stop e. Bisa wo e den na yi sa war na e de kire wo. Wa bisa wo. It is a program of manifestation. Medical control the power of the mind. And a medical culture said these archons are responsible for cinematic world. Angels, whatever you can think of. You are responsible for that. And the rule is that anything that happens must start in the subconscious mind. It is coded in your Bible. These people are agents of putting that information in the subconscious of humans. Into a mo shan compone any seven conform predicting Yamabon any seven Yamafono. Omo ye this akonu agent. Because somebody said Yamato to Toya Junimua. Omo dia to Toya Junimun, ebe towa Junim de says. Tinam se fa lock papa bi pa to wadwum e de na wo wadwum opa fa to wadwum so wo yare se wo yare a fa to wadwum so wo bewu adwene no ade bi a wo de betum bi e be process it is ankrofo we de da no ade we yiyi omo ho akere omo because of omo weak minds ene aduane omo pa adi nti no ma be keka we na toto nkrofo adwene so e kwan bebem na enya kwan ayeden a manifest no ho. I am not saying they don't see or feel the possibility of accidents and wars. I am saying they have a God inside their bodies, ruling their planet, Mars, that implant these visions of war into their souls so they can cause events in the world by programming them into reality. It is omo tena sorry dem tena places na omo fre nyame but who be so omo say nyame benya said ya who be sa hega obeka tro so ofre eroi akon obeka tro so mi fre the God that sees but some who be so omo say nyame ben na yi ade tro nyame benya omo they themselves they don't know they are being used into be some they are not able to tell. But omo ye dede ema omo establish bibi the two nipa subconscious mind mu na bibi etimi enya kwan asi e de amasa enyame. In the Bible, everything that happened to Jesus was written in prophecy. Bibi esi Yesu bia so bia no omo tro won komshem. We read these things and are so happy, but the wisdom there is that manifesting reality is done only by human thoughts and the subconscious mind. And I make your subconscious mind, and now your mind shapes your reality. A junior wo wutirimu and then actually wusuni wabrabo. Into omo trust idea way, yabewu mezaya bi, obewu blah 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 blah. Na fact that nipa somuno, na chese besi, and na wo shashaswa, and bra omudi Yesu, any kromfo nuko jina according to you, pilot nimuno, obisa se barabas. Eni munyankopo mu pede eye nipa ne ditami Yesu wo nti na chese enipa wotumi chen ohini bia ne nakondwe bia otoso se nipa ne se ye ne wo njeli ye ne wo mbonde a omo ne wo njeli omo ne wo mbonde wahindie ni ntumi yeye se nipa nkotoa ben you as a president a untumi mfa wo ho nkotena ho as a president. This is it. Tumi e wo wiase yinara ekite nipa omo no mbema wayeye no omo no mo betumi so ayeden asewo. This is coded in the Bible. Inti asofo ne start hye nkom na predictions no ekokọ okoso omo de asem na to ni petirim o ewiase nyina ne ade na obi aye ready omo ntumi endi wiase enne endi wiase echena but so omo pese omo kenya omo ho no omo so pese omo ye bibia they make sure these things happen. They find whatever they want to we omo wi a na omo jai nipa ama na home kakra. Once you hear it and believe it, you start expecting it. Unya tepe na ujituma na fe wo twen who expect it to happen cause what yesi wo bi bo yesi anonakis bi fi suru bo yesi mass bo na chese wo twen. Collective consciousness is the word in spirituality enu na betumi ama bi biara etumi asi. Instead of using our power of manifestation for good, we rely on religion to program us and use us to manifest realities to feed our emotions to our cons. Te bia ye bibi ye twen bibi ye nya ye ni bibi ama ye ho ye twen bibi ese ye koye bibi ma bibi ni ye twen bibi na bibi be ye bibi ma ye ye boa omo tena ya pampa so ye boa omo de ye de omo pe ye boa omo kum ye. That is why I am doing this editorial. Twaje adwuna bibi so enti sanka me be ye president a anka wo hu ade na ye bone a me ma wo meka ne publicly na akoni subconscious mind mu because enya akona expectations no wo hope otumi ka mo pa mo nhwe said the amaka na mba mu a wo hye nipa no so on expect e ba no sa so e beba mu life enti nka me wotu me bi a anka wo hu ade bone a me ma wo ka papa na papa mbra kuro no so de biara asofo ibone de biara asofo ibone mu die be nyame na mo som nyame papa na bone nko na de bia mu how come eba ne saying instead of using our power for niama papa no dabi eno de yente. That is why I am doing this editorial. May come obiati. I can do spiritual readings and divinations, but I want you to understand that the power to create your own reality lies in your hands. Obi betimi bia ma o ka kire mo se de o ka no boa na hwe se besia. We ja wo ho ama wo ko obi ko so no no nkire wadwuma a wonye oba a wonware you are finished through the choices you make about what enters your subconscious mind. Believing only what is written in books by humans diminishes the power of our minds, and we can be programmed at any time to manifest any reality because ye jai adwene na ama adeko a ye ready ye jai ama obi or control no nti ye nyankasa ye ntumi create. Somebody was asking me about the new show, say, how do I create all these things? And I'm saying, because my mind is not programmed. My mind no a coin say explore any dimension. My mind does not see anything bad. It is not limited. Anything bad, my mind can look at it and create something better out of that thing you call bad. That is why I create shows for everybody to copy. This one I have they cannot create from your TV, from your radio to anywhere. They can only copy because the creative force and the creative power in them is being programmed, is being diminished, is being caged. That is why one thing now will be yebi. That is it. That's the level. Want to me manifest any reality. The other manifesting now ubi. So remember, you keep seeing news about wars, accidents, and aggression to get you thinking in ways that manifest what an archon desires for that year. Intino, obewre rankrofo we mu. Sesi enu se wo pese wo nkrofo this SABBALATH no e use omo predicting doom things, omo prophesy bad things, omo nyama bone mojaseme wuwu atorencham ne ade omo nyina nyame na asoma. I'm telling you this for gospel fact. Omo ye adwuma e de ma the faith archon called the SABBALATH. Fatu utri mami. The prophecies of the new year and others are simply programs that shape your subconscious mind to allow those things to happen. Aden nyankopon ade di amoko asoro ko bompai. Aden na December nko an oka eniama funsa. Nyankopon adam pade to me shate ni up. And you're less. Almost suma these are constantly send them to come and pollute the subconscious mind of mankind. No more to nya kwan abenum omumoja. They are being controlled by extraterrestrials from higher dimensions who have a direct interest in those events and the painful or the saddest aspect of it in any Ghana for they don't have connections with this archons. To mean tiny over even their own selves. She said offering there are people who would enter into covenant or enter into contract with these archons. They are rich and very powerful. Yet, just the cinematic. This is why a whole bishop will go to heaven and see car. The archon or possessing. Our minds is the creator of the world. But since we don't know how to use it, these spirits finds ways to use it for us, not for our good, but to make us slaves of our own creation. And worst of all, give these gods the glory. The glory. Last week in make an assembly chiro, me see me wo airporta me wo ho and I make a chiro say Brenda fast e be toss no can I say ubetime create so many things that these things will come and then you can wait ye de ye nye say bi ye nim dia ye nti ye de huko fuka ye donate. We work like batteries without heads. We donate energies without negotiations, free of charge. and we'll be screaming left, right, spirituality. No. Almost say we ni Sunday asidama. How can you worship a God? Bema wodo want to form aje wo fi kan. No. That is why we are elevating your mind by exposing these dragons so you can know them. That's why I'm talking. Listen, whether you have or not, the fact that we nipa, who will to me will and koto ma unyonku nipa. Ubetumi ebu unyonku nipa, ensro unyonku nipa. Dabi, ubetumi ado unyonku nipa, onye better than you no matter what. Awo. Osikani a watu ni prumu hia ball awura, ball aka de obefa ball na ohia no. Said you obefa ball na ankofa ball na ne fie ho bebon. When you sika toka said then you need that driver. You need that house help. You need that cook. You need that nanny. Just obiara ehu hia. Obia wo a part to play in obi ne life. Nchi sabe obi enya adefun enkoto emfa ma wonyonku nipa. Fobuo ma wonyonku nipa. Now, let's look at Adani. I used to wonder why religious people are so egoistic from the perspective of identity and groupings. Na me wonder. Ego. Because the people will just clap for them. Oh, me to me a good Christianity. In 1 week. Hey, really? Who are you? You can say things and have the sheep that will clap for you. But does that end there? A pastor will proudly stand on a pulpit and declare that his congregation is God's children. The church members ni nyamemba. Unlike rest of the world, they say onunkwani de no nyankopon afre no na ne mba ne nyankopon omo aka ni na and omo so nyame baako o chiri boni omo asoso omo nka we si me chen we Adani is using them. All religions are distinctive based on identity and culture. And they guide their identity with violence and seriousness. Can this be God? And can this be one God? No. Even in the same religion, like Christianity, Islam, etc., they have divisions and different brands of identity, which they hold dearly with all their wits. Because of Saturday way. It is the same with politics. Muslimu dogana for na mobeye ejuma magana for. Ejuma na ube shoshe. Ade na ode sekanya to be truth I was slating. Schooling, sports, and others. It's not possible. We have some former secondary school students who dislike other schools and see them as rivals simply because those schools don't wear the same school uniform. Competition everywhere. Who is responsible? Have you ever wondered why students in secondary school will attack each other without any cause? Who is using them? Who is behind this? Who feel fear? Onusu finifie? Who kotu school no? Onusu kotu school no? Mobe we school no mobi akoni separate ways. Why? What is using you guys? Obe attacking the other students without provocation, just because school you know, omo ye akorafo. Just because omo free school fufro. Just because they are from different. How? What makes a heart of oak supporter fight a kotokofan? Agroni ye na yedi. Se bibie ni echira. Adenti na wo be attack me. Ebi tumi ko akubi. Yo ball ni ye hwe. Ye nipa tu ni ye ya ade. Akon wi ni aba ko be lusi. Nti ye ko ni ye na ye ni. Why the fight? Why in the territory? Not to remind the nation of its pains, but May 9th will be commemorated soon. A dark day in Ghana's sports history, when rival teams clashed at the Accra Sports Stadium, and a stampede claimed the lives of so many people. Menkai or mine ya. Ena I commemorate to someone so man kasa munhwe nka ne yi. Enche bia ye be ye bibi for that. Eye die ben And a bema yemi ye ko stadium. Akwakobo ni ye nim se ba ko be lose. Ye nyina ye ntumi wini. Eye dan a obi be lose. E den nti na bema na abasa. The World Cup is coming. World Cup here be there. Enkrofo visa omo kode ni asylum. Mr. Canada ni omo nim no omo ma ye visa. Omo beba na aka kuro ni da. Obi a obehu ni bia. Men fa osika nkomo obi endi. So obeye visa ma no wakwa akosiki as makasa na masan aka biu. Obi eni wo o ma visa. Enfa osika ni nko amanfo take advantage na me ko ne yesi mesiki asylum. Hey! Obi bini ode hye. Ukosiki asylum. Wa de chesi ukrom ha. Ekura wutima ubetumi kura yare ewu a untumi nko obi fie chisa wa ye phone call. Ekrom ha Ghana ha ubetumi afa obaga bewura me fie wo sesi a. So one me ye fine. Who just krom ha akwa kosiki asylum. Oh, I say World Cup here be. Allah. Kofo bi so afa ho. Somebody visa man kofo no omudi omusika. Obi eni wo ma visa. Wo $2,000 a. Fast start bibi. Anya ya fast start zomi. Natom. World Cup here be. And every nation will be behind its team, fully supporting it with their chest. Ebi beto chacha, ebi be say nipa kura be wu afem. The emotions will be so thick, you could touch them. This is what ego does. Ego in spirituality is our ability to create a unique identity, different from others, defend what our visions, aspiration, and culture that sets us aside from others. Use your ego for this. And the work of the spirit of ego is to attach as much emotions to it, so much that we will be ready to die for our identity. For what? Be it a country, a team, a school, or a religion. Who is behind this? Ego comes from the sun. Timmy. Ego comes from the sun. And when it enters your body boldly, a spirit is in charge from the sun called Adanin. Adanin. Names na me body in shada any internet so ntina maspeli ama no wa what me pronouncing here. His face is the face of an ape. He governs the spirit of ego. He governs identity. He governs the illusion of separate self. This one is perhaps the most personal of all. Obia is betenedi. Adanin is the force that makes you believe that you are only the character. Una odewo hu. Ode ne hu te say Yahweh. Oso no nkoa no ye nyame. Nso ofre ne maame ne papa say let us create man in our own image. Ono fear. Ohu no hu. Ye egoistic God. We are making sesia. Me shemu ina amase. Me tumi amasase apai na mu ina. Yes. Ane. That not the consciousness. Or say or no any character of the character that you are only this one person in this one body, living this one life. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. Na ye nya ni ye ba ni ye show day. E bi no musa ise bode jo. No ma me ma show day su na eti asoro. Omo ani mo amanfo oboji omo so. The Gnostics call this spiritual energy the false light. Because the sun shines brightly, it feels like the truth. But according to the Gnostics, the sense of individual self that the sun illuminates, it's itself a trap. You are not the character. Son of God, have mercy on me. I am telling all Christians to read deeper. Then if you are calling Yahweh, you know. If you are calling Eroi, you know. Don't be a joker. Don't call a God you do not know. Onyamia, obe promise wa yaresa. Na ukunu yare na oba yare na obe fre na wamba. Na chese nye se enyame no na ufre. Ebia ufre nyamia okunu. Edi replace nyame osa yare. Just because you don't know. You are the consciousness wearing the character. Say nyama tuyi. Sheniye. She. You can never be conscious and be gossiping about Obi. Never. That is a character you are exhibiting. You cannot be conscious. One papa one day. That is character. Men are confused about characteristics. Any consciousness. They are different things. But Adanin keeps you from knowing that. And don't get confused with confidence and ego. Two different things. Adanin is the spirit that makes you love the body so much that you forget the need for the spirit. Last week, me say, Sebio, se wuwu se siya, na wubejina hosu, na wunyendi party ya. Do you have the ability to even let your child smell you? Who will shoes, who will cars, who will be beer for the body? What do you have for the spirit? Maybe some major way am as a question. What does se siya mpona wo so Diana wo? Do you even have control to free your own energy? Even in your dreams. If we are seeing Yama at Shaya Jenison, yen prepare you. Yen who are dear say ye to pay ye. Yen who near say ye dear niche, and it say ye a different. What do you know about your spirit? What do you have with your spirit? Say why you're unconscious now the whole. Now you see, you just one move. Now with spirit in some body, what can you do? Ye chimpo to spirituality, a better. If just ye chimpo to spirituality, be say a day and a damn and you say, this is how low we brought this huge thing. You are separating spirituality from physicality. You are the walk together. What do you have for your spirit? I'll chop. It shines a false light on your body. And its separation from the spirit. Inti de bia opesa wo honam nye fe, wa dress it, wa polish it. Wo so dai kra wo nkai. Die. You don't have to separate these two. Let them work together. Creating an illusion of self and identity. Adia enhu hia. Who ko Jenny. Jenny ya wo ko body ya. And I make catch on run. Me say, this body na ya yet trapped in. A time will come that you will command this body and it will not obey you. Obeka say, oh, what sorry na pa wo ma wona so ma so a aye dududu. Wa dwin no. I mean like you kora. Adanin is the fake enlightenment spirit that enters the world through the sun. During the Easter celebration, the Easter egg in some occult societies is seen as the pineal gland that Adanin will infect to give the goddess Easter the ability to bring pleasure and fleshy desires into the minds of humans. We're in a Christopher almost celebrity. What have you got to do with this? The goddess Easter. What are you? That is when we have people elevating themselves by ego and shouting, do you know who I am? Do you know how many people love me? I am the king. I am the MP. In Africa, we call such women, I know my rights. And bro for no more chicken. Making kobo. Onibi. Ye de hunu. Edi go. E den na influence. E den na eti unu. Adanin is the god that controls fashion, new things, and luxury brand identity. Rapture. This is the most powerful icon of the mind. So far as I am concerned, because it is inescapable. When it comes to the fashion side, they have rapture. No one can escape good things in life that set us apart from others and create unique brands for ourselves. Including myself. Everyone wants their country to win and their school to be the best. We want to look good, oh my God, and drive the best cars. their family, and be seen as the top gun. Yenyara ni yenara. Yenara yasasini. We are the biggest. We are the largest. We are the greatest. There is none like us. We all want to win. The more the sun shines, the more our ego sparks, and the more we want to move into a new era of winning and progress for the self. Me. Obiya can be bia. Wo kono kwampa sumpo yasem. Awa wo kono kwampo froso. Someone will say, without me, you are not anyone. Without me, you can't eat. Nyame a wo nyo bia. Edi kan ya ka kire. Hey. SABBALATH kura na wopra wa nkopra so de dem osofo no o meprichi nkobu kotodo e masofo no onyo bia enye mianka wujaya asori we ade asori na yama ode ebeyawo enye mianka wonye nipa susu I am different. Mine is the best. Osunu wo ho donkey wo ho. And the sun's energy is inescapable. Egoistic God, Yahweh. But let's learn to use ego with wisdom. And I make a chrono. Intina make a choice. Men you're confused about confidence and ego. Men you're confused about it. So what to me, the will be show it off. But don't lie about it. Who knew who? Who knew baby? That's what the problem is. Abusia, wisdom, knowledge is powerful, but knowledge without wisdom will kill you, because that is when ego will operate. She, if we are saying niama yewa, obi unhumpo, wankasa unhumpo sa adekrone wura ego ahomaso kasagba. Sin is sweet, but wait for it. We will continue. I do this. Macra.